Grace and peace to everyone here tonight. I just want to start by saying that I went to Dunkin' Donuts, ordered an extra large tea with 2 tea bags. Yes, I did, and 4 sugars. And so, brothers and sisters, as I walked through the door, the person behind the counter noticed who I was because every night I go in to the establishment, and by the facial recognition, they know to go and grab an extra large cup with 2 tea bags, and they put 4 sugars and fill the cup with extremely hot water. And so understand now that by the time I have approached the countertop, yes, the cup of tea has already been prepared. And so now I go, and it's time for me now to exchange some currency. But before I do that, I look and I peruse over the racks of donuts, and I begin to say to myself, brother, you need, with this cup of tea, a donut. And I begin to look and peruse and try to make a decision, because at some point in time, ladies and gentlemen, you've got to make a decision, whether it is a glazed donut or if it is an old-fashioned. You've got to make a decision. You've got to come to a conclusion if it's a Boston cream or if it's a powdered donut, or if it has the chocolate sprinkles or the rainbow sprinkles. You've got to make a decision. And so as I begin to try to ascertain all of the flavors and colors, my eyes begin to fixate on one donut in particular, because it aroused the authenticity of my intellect, and I was so baffled, and my mind was mind-boggled by this donut, and it was the bow tie. Yes, it was not quite a whole donut or a round donut, but it was twisting and turning, and oh, my mind was just going all in different directions, and my taste buds began to not be able to ascertain what this would be like, what this pleasure would be like. And so I took the donut and I took the tea and I went to the jar, sat down at my desk, and I began to sip on the tea. Yes, and the tea was so good because I noticed that the tea had the sweet taste, and I was able to taste the tea from the tea bags. The flavor of the sugar and the flavor of the tea did not bombard one another, but yet they were complemented one another in such a balanced way. And so as the tea in the cup began to diminish, as the level began to diminish, I began to say to myself, well, now it's time, yes, to indulge in the donut. I took one bite, and all of a sudden my taste buds just went crazy. My taste buds just went wild. The palate in my mouth just went insane, and I began to understand that, yes, this donut is anointed. You got to understand now that the taste is mind-boggling. This life-changing taste of a bow tie. Yes, and as I close, brothers and sisters, organist, you can give me an E flat. As I close, I want you to know that the next time you're in a Dunkin' Donuts, get yourself an extra large cup. Touch your neighbor and say, neighbor, 2 tea bags, and whatever donut satisfies your taste, whatever donut satisfies your heart, but you got to make a decision. You got to come to a conclusion for which donut you're going to buy. And if you don't have a particular taste, you can buy a whole dozen and get all of the flavors in the dozen. God bless you. Good evening. Good night. Good God Almighty. Yeah.